For this tutorial, first want to give a big thank you to all the rope darters that have helped me out. Vincent, Becker, Devin are a couple of my big influencers. They're really awesome. They've helped me progress with rope dart so fast, and I've learned a ton from them. This trick mixes rope dart tech with yo-yo tech. It's great to mix up between your techie tricks. It's very different. It's full extension of the yo-yo string in all directions around your body. It's on wall plane, so it can be performed in front of a small group or even in the round, and it's very highly visible from far away too, so it's a great trick. First off, I don't know if y'all can see this, but I've gone ahead and put a line of tape on the floor that'll help you, it'll give you a good visual representation of your plane. You're going to keep this trick on wall plane the whole time while your yo-yo is spinning, so that way you don't lose stability. Okay, you'll notice for this tutorial that I'm not using a yo-yo string, using a 550 paracord, just so you can, hopefully you can visibly see that a little bit better. It'll be a little bit easier to learn. Another thing with this trick, I'd suggest learning it without your yo-yo spinning. That's going to be how I'm going to be doing it. Just because 99% of this is rope dart tech, very little of it is going to be yo-yo tech. And it's just going to be a lot easier to learn this way. And once you start getting it clean and on wall plane the whole way, then you can start with adding the spin to it and then binding at the end. But for this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you with this 550 paracord with a non-spinning yo-yo. I'm going to start by throwing a breakaway. The yo-yo is going to be going clockwise. As you're looking at me, it's going to be counterclockwise. And the first step is we're going to go over the top of our anchor arm. And if you have ceilings, just be wary of the ceilings and how high it's going to be. Another really important part is you want to have a long string, like a long, for rope dart this is extremely short tether. But for yo-yo, it's going to be pretty long. I fully extend my arm, and it comes right to my waistline. And that's probably about how long you're going to want it to be. From the ground, it's going to be up to chest level for the tether length. And that's really going to help you with your shots and your wraps. And it's going to look a lot better. So we're going to start with a breakaway. Keep on that wall plane going clockwise, and the first step we're going to go over the top of the anchor arm, pinch the tether when it comes underneath, and while we're doing this, usually when the yo-yo is vertical is when I will completely turn my body around, and then we're going to be in wheel plane instead of wall plane. Now for this first shot, I'm going to switch it so you can kind of see like what's going on with the back side. So this would be the front, or the first step from the back, over the anchor arm, pivot, and now that we're in wheel plane, we're going to extend our anchor arm out. You're going to be holding on to this tether with a pinch. And as it goes up and over your anchor arm again, somewhere around there, you're going to want to let go of this false knot, is what we call it in dart. You're going to want to let go of it, but at the same time also give it a little bit of a tweak, so that way it'll shoot out a little bit more. And it should look something like this. So that way it shoots out for you. This is what it'll look like from the front and from the back. Okay, so now that we've got that down, as you're doing your shot, you're going to want to take your free arm and extend it in front of you as you're doing your shot, so it'll start wrapping around your free arm as well. So with the shot, and then instantly it will wrap around your free arm. As it comes up, it should be going in this direction, but as it comes up, you're going to grab it and keep that spin going on that same plane. You're going to again turn your body, get your false wrap right here, and we're just going to tweak it and then shoot it out just like that. So that's what it's going to look like from the other view, other angle. Let's try that one more time. You really want to get a lot of speed on this. Well, not a lot of speed, but you want to have the tether fully taut and fully extended at all times. As you can see, I'm putting my neck in there for after the second shot, because the third shot's going to be a neck wrap. So anchor arm, free arm wrap, stick our neck out, grab that, and do another body turn as we're doing this one. And when this comes up, we're going to release our wrap again as it's going over the top of us to eventually shoot it out straight extension. So what it's going to look like from the other side: anchor arm, wrap, shoot, free arm wrap, shoot, neck wrap, shoot. Alright, after our neck wrap, we're going to turn, get ready to do our shot, and as we're doing our shot, you're going to take your free arm, create that L horizontally with the floor plane, and stick it out right in front of you. What that's going to do, it's going to grab, you're going to use your forearm basically as a pivot, and what this is going to be is a momentum shot. You're going to be wrapping it on the outside of your elbow and shooting it out. And I call it a momentum wrap. It's a term I heard from Vincent at the Squeak Easy. You're basically, because the yo-yo is pulling with the force and your arm is in the way, it allows it to wrap around itself and you're able to control the distance on it. But if you don't have that momentum, it'll go ahead and just slide off. So you're really going to want to hit speed on this one. With this elbow wrap, you can kind of do like a fishtail, a zigzag, just by having it on your wrist without actually touching the tether. But what we're going to do is, as it's coming down, you're going to bend your elbow, and then that way it's going to give it one wrap and a half, and as you straighten your arm, you're almost going to want to shoot your arm straight down, and that'll unrelease the wrap. It's going to be same basic principle as a, not quite sure what this move is, but the same basic principle as an elbow shot with a rope dart, except for instead of grabbing the tether, it's just all going to be on the momentum of your arm. After we do our momentum elbow shot, you're going to want to grab the tether as your shot is fully extended, and we're going to be doing our anti-spin stalls. So if I shorten and lengthen the tether between my two hands, I can almost create a horizontal pattern with the yo-yo, and it's going back and forth between two different stalls. Halfway in between the stalling motion, what you can do is go straight vertical into the horizontal, and it'll create this nice little 3-point stall. And that's basically what I'm doing to transition from having my back to you. So after the momentum shot, as I turn, now I have my front to you. So putting it all together so far, I'm going to go around anchor, do a shot around the free arm, do another shot around the neck, shot, momentum elbow shot, straight into the stalls. And as we're stalled out here, towards our free side, and it's coming back, that's when I'll go ahead and put my knee shot in. So from the elbow shot, 3-point stall, into the knee shots. You can do any alteration of knee shots that you want to do, back and forth. But then to end the trick, if you're doing a breakaway spin from this angle, you do the maneuver, flipping back and forth. As you get back here, the yo-yo will still have the same spin. It's going to be rolling that way towards your anchor side. And as you do this shot, if the yo-yo comes up, hits the knee shot, and hits the tether dead on, it's going to create the slack. And as it shoots out, that's what's going to bind the yo-yo back to you. So here, I'm going to swap out to the yo-yo and string. Hopefully you guys can see that. This knee shot is going to be a little bit more precision than basically a regular dart shot. And what you're going to want to do is hit your knee shot at the same time you want to hit that tether. So that way it hits that bind and comes right back to your hand. Another trick that'll help you out with your knee shots a lot, I would also suggest like going on different tutorial websites on how to do knee shots for rope dart, because there's a bit of a technique into it. You definitely want to lift your heel up to your butt, have a nice really sharp angle right on your knee, and you're going to want to bring the knee, your hand that's holding the tether, directly to your knee, and that'll help you do your shot. Another thing that helped me out a lot is you'll have your knee perpendicular. As it hits and wraps, you're going to want to turn your leg and fully extend it to shoot it out, almost exaggerating the shot. And then as far as hitting the tether and landing it on there, it's just going to take a lot of practice to get. But one thing is, it's really easy to see if you miss to the left or if you miss to the right. And then it's just about making micro adjustments from there. So throwing it all together, anchor arm shot, free arm shot, neck shot, momentum elbow, stall, knee shot, and that should end up right in that bind.